What's going on, guys? We're back with another YouTube video. So the trailer for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie came out and it looks good. I was actually very impressed with everything I saw in the trailer. The animation looks clean and vibrant and well polished, just like in the last movie. And the new villain, the Prowler, I mean, Bowser Jr. is a fucking menace, okay? Let's be real though, they absolutely knew what the fuck they were doing when they added that Prowler music. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, am I tripping? Like, did they actually give Bowser Jr. some Prowler music? I mean, it makes sense. They do look similar. For me, it was just more so surprising than anything else. I was like, are they allowed to do that? Either that or the sound effect in and of itself isn't copyrighted. And then, of course, we have Rosalina. Rosalina, absolutely stunning. Just from that small clip of watching her using the magic against the Mega Leg robot in the trailer, I already want to see more of her. I genuinely hope she has as prominent of a role as like the other main characters in the movie. Looking at it, it looks like she's gonna be more of a background character. She's gonna have her own quest line going on, which is cool. But like I said, I hope she has like a big role. Now, speaking of Rosalina, guess who is voicing her character? I mean, if you looked it up, I mean, there's really no need to guess. You probably already know. Brie Larson. Now, as some of you guys probably have already guessed, this casting spawned some pretty bad takes over the course of time since this trailer has released. But funnily enough, it actually wasn't from the usual suspects this time, which kind of surprised me because they hate her, or at least they did. I don't know if there was some sort of character arc with the grifters that happened off screen, but I also know another part of it is the fact that I think by now Brie has caught on to certain trends that the media likes to do, and she's just kind of managed to keep herself out of trouble. But surprisingly, the hate actually came out from someone who the Mario fandom is already familiar with, unfortunately for other reasons, and that is Grace Randolph.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Now, if you guys don't know, Grace had already gotten into some hot water with Mario fans before. If you guys remember, she had just this really just egregious take on the first Mario movie when it came out back in 2023. She was saying stuff like the movie was too offensive because Bowser was too evil and too offensive for kidnapping Peach. Like, I'm not joking, by the way. She actually said this.
A little disturbing, but in today's marketplace, post-Me Too, to hear Bowser declare that he's going to ask Princess Peach to marry him, and like his little sycophant sorcerer is like, what if she doesn't want to? And he's like, then I'll destroy her kingdom and kill everyone she knows. And you're like, wow, that's stalker behavior. And I would say, kind of makes this not appropriate for children, quite frankly. And then, when could Mario turn into a cat? I guess, like, if you're into furries, that works. And maybe that'll play really well in Asian markets. I know they love cats over there, like, love cats. But I just felt it robbed Mario of a lot of his personal dignity.
What?
So yeah, she got completely roasted by the Mario community and just movie watchers in general, because like it literally makes no sense to complain that Bowser is too bad. It's just like he's a villain, like he's supposed to be bad. So it's just like that take was delusional. I don't know what to tell you, but it seems like she's gotten into some hot water yet again. So let's take a look at what she had to say about the new Mario Galaxy movie trailer. If anything can tank the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, it's Brie Larson.
Is this nigga serious?
Now, Grace. Now, this tweet was hilariously weird, but also just inaccurate for a variety of reasons. Look, I'm a gentleman. Like, I don't want to be too mean to the lady, so I'm gonna go easy on her. Going easy on her, high. Oh my God, there goes that Snow Bunny mind control again. Shut up, punk. I'm a simple man. I see drama between two snow bunnies. I click. Okay, one, this is an animated movie for children, meaning the audience that Nintendo is producing this movie for, they do not give a fuck about Brie Larson being in the movie. They don't care who she is. They're probably not even immersed enough in this whole culture war BS to even know why there are morons on the internet that hate her. And then the Mario fans who do know who she is, from what it looks like, they don't care either. They don't care who the voice actors are at all because they just want to see a good Mario movie. Now, when Chris Pratt was announced, there was some like, what? Like, really? This dude? But then, of course, the movie came out and his voice was a banger. So at this point, it really doesn't matter who voices the character. So it's just like, why make this tweet throwing a random shot at this actress? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some butthurt Brie Larson hating man children who got triggered by her being in the movie. Like, let's take a look at a couple of these. More girl boss crap. Very little actual focus on Mario in the trailer for his movie, which is like not true. I mean, it's literally just a trailer. Brie Larson confirmed as Rosalina makes this even worse. No thanks. The first movie was already mediocre. It's just like, how is Rosalina using her magic gonna make her a girl boss? Like, this is not a Mario fan. Just another moron who doesn't like to see women in a capable position at all. Like, yes, she is extremely powerful, as she is supposed to be. That's her character if you've played any of the Mario Galaxy games. It's just like, clearly people like this just don't want to see women in any capable roles at all. But it's important that this is a vocal minority and does not represent the majority of Mario fans. So obviously her tweet got some pushback, and she tries to explain her logic by saying what she meant was that Brie Larson's history just wasn't the best, and that even though Super Mario 2 will likely be a huge success, she feels like her history and controversy, quote unquote, from the past few years will drag the movie down. But again, this isn't really true either. Just off the reaction that her, Rosalina portrayal is getting from the trailer, she's being pretty well received. Like, she tries to use the Marvels as an example, but that movie flopped for numerous reasons, and it wasn't necessarily just Brie's fault. And apparently it's gotten to a point where I guess it's the grifters technically hate both of them. In this situation, they had to decide which person they hated more, and I guess they just did not want that smoke with the Mario community. I'm sure they wanted to dunk on Brie badly, but they knew the shit that they pulled with the comic book community ain't gonna work in the Mario and Sonic community. They knew they was gonna get their ass out real quick. So, they obviously made the strategic decision here and allied themselves with Brie and the Mario community against Grace. Now, I want to make this clear. I have nothing against Grace as a person, but it's just like, this take was just bad. Like, it was pretty bad. The grifters are ratioing you, and the Mario fandom, they are not having it low, bro. They not having it. They need a W after the devastating travesty of Mario Kart World. Mario fans need a W over the Sonic fans desperately. And you just try to stir up unnecessary beef with Brie Larson over essentially nothing. Yeah, this take just wasn't it, Grace. I don't know what it is with you and just continuously pissing off the Mario fandom. Maybe it's just a relationship that just was not meant to be. But that's gonna be it for that. Let's take a look at a few other bad takes on this trailer. Illumination, I wonder if you guys are ever aware of how dog shit your movie's pacing is, but I guess it hasn't gone through your skulls when it's totally such a bright idea to mush Mario Galaxy and Odyssey into a single animated movie. Call me miserable, but I hate this. And I disagree. I feel like this is a massive reach. It's a bit of a stretch to say they're combining both of the stories. I don't really think they're doing that. From what I saw, they're using a few aspects from Odyssey, like certain locations, but that's basically about the extent of it. Obviously, there will be aspects from other games mixed into it, obviously one being Bowser Jr.'s transformation and Wonder, but the majority of the story should be focused on the Galaxy aspect from what it looks like. Now, I do agree the first movie's pacing wasn't the best, but there's nothing inherently wrong with using aspects from multiple media in one movie. Hell, the Sonic movies did this, especially in the third one. They used aspects from Shadow the Hedgehog and obviously Sonic Adventure 2, and it still turned out to be a pretty solid film. The way Bowser Jr. is talking, he doesn't seem to be, well, childish. The dialogue here makes him sound more older and wiser rather than a bratty, energetic kid. I know this isn't the same Bowser Jr. from the games, but you understand what I mean by this. You know what? I saw some folks saying that the voice for Bowser Jr. is pretty bad. I can half agree with this. I do think I would have preferred if his voice was a bit higher pitched and more childlike to an extent. But I have to say, he still very much gives off the vibe of that bratty, snot-nosed teenage kid, like personality-wise. He still gives off that vibe, at least for me. Although if he had the voice to match it, I do think it would have enhanced that feeling. So this is one of the few takes that I can sort of agree with. I don't think the voice is bad or anything. However, it's pretty weird, like, why they didn't get someone with a younger sounding voice to do it, especially when we have a scene where, like, Rosalina is spending time with the Lumas and their voice seemingly by younger voice actors. So again, it's not something that's gonna ruin the movie, but I do kind of have to agree that the voice just doesn't really suit him. But who knows? Maybe I'll get used to it when I see it in theaters. Maybe it'll grow on me. But for now, it just sounds weird. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the voice. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the takes and for the video though. Let me know what you guys think. If you like what you see, be sure to like the video, share, comment on the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now I know you guys are usually used to see me talk about like superhero stuff, so I'm kind of venturing outside of my niche with this one. So let me know if you guys are cool with that. You know, I wouldn't mind switching it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'm out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.